We've been surfing a couple times a year for probably 8 years now, and we're on the blues and we know how to do it, but I don't feel like I know how to do it well, and I feel like I've kind of reached a plateau. I need to know more in order to progress and get better.
Yeah, I just love being out on the water and away from the phone. That's heaven. So wanted to be able to travel a little bit more and get into some bigger waves and just feel confident and comfortable out there.
My wife is expecting, and so we're waiting for our first child in end of February, and there was a spot open like a month ago, and I jumped in, and it was like the best gift I could get. So
I surf on my own a lot in New York, and I felt I was developing some bad habits and wanted to sort of clean things up and progress a little bit further. This is a great place to progress very quickly in a short amount of time.
My second time here, first time in the new resort. I don't get to surf much in Virginia, and I'm not a fan of cold water, so Costa Rica and Guiones provides the perfect opportunity to get warm and get some surfing in.
I started coming to Surf Simply back in 2012, and I came alone. And when I was getting ready to book my next trip, Mike said, "Hey, I want to try that."
So I'd never been on a surfboard, and I'd never been had a lesson or anything. And so my first day was when I arrived here at Surf Simply.
This is my 11th visit to Surf Simply, and everybody's going to ask, so why do you keep coming down here? And I think the thing that draws me down here is the fact that the coaching is such a high level in terms of technical skill, in terms of just the interrelationships that you develop with your friends and the guests here at the resort, that it makes it really fun to keep coming back.
This is my 7th time at Surf Simply. It's been a lot. I come twice a year and I love it. I keep coming back and back because of the experience here and the people. But the added bonus this time around was this beautiful new resort that turned out to be much more than I ever imagined.
So the new resort is just like pure heaven. The design, the attention to detail, it's so gorgeous. The proximity to the beach where you can go surfing whenever you want.
The ceilings are tall, the rooms are light and airy. It's, the modern architecture. It's really beautiful.
In terms of the facilities for coaching, the facilities for eating, the facilities for the stretching, everything, they thought through everything.
I love the coaching style here because it just makes sense. They break things down, complicated maneuvers down into really simple steps.
I think if you analyze the wave and your stance and everything and break it all down and understand why you need to do these things and the effect it has, made all the difference for me in being able to execute it out there in the water.
Being a good coach is not only realizing what your mistakes are, what you should do, it's also when to tell you and what to tell you. I probably do 100 mistakes, but to choose the right 3 issues to talk to me about, that makes a difference.
For my military career, we have an acronym we call PFM, Pure Freaking Magic is what it stands for. And it seems like the level of expertise and knowledge that the instructors have here, to me it's pure freaking magic.
I mean, the video work was insanely cool. I mean, they had a couple guys in the water, and they had drones overhead and cameras on the beach, and so you were able to practice doing it correctly a couple of times and then get feedback after the session.
I'm never going to send you on a wave that you should not take, but they also push you, and that's how you can really progress.
I love the fact that the coaches are really available. They're downloading our videos, they're preparing videos for theory class, they're out in the water with us helping. They're really there for the time we're here, they're really there for us.
What's great about returning to Surf Simply and the family that they have here is it feels like you're surfing with friends. But more important than friends, the coaches really can guide you along the way. They provide a lot of input. They help you kind of decipher the messiness of the data, which is really the ocean. And that in itself is one of the reasons why I've come back.
Jason was awesome. I think he, like from day one, he was like, here's what you're doing wrong, and just kind of nailed it on like giving us one thing at a time to focus on.
Both Jerome and I were very talkative and asked lots of questions, and we sometimes stood up, and like Derek will just roll with it, you know, he was really great.
He gave us so many tips. It's like what we should do after Surf Simply. It's, you know, he's like completely available, knowledgeable.
Tommy was positive and encouraging and also really smart.
For me, Jessie, she was excellent for me. Just the way she looks at things and her total approach is, she's amazing.
My coach was Teal and had a very positive experience. You felt like you were learning and really absorbing what she was trying to tell me.
Yeah, Will was great. He's an awesome coach with lots of time and knowledge to try to impart on you.
As a coach, Asher was exactly what I needed this week. He mentored me along the way, he pushed me when I needed to be pushed, and he's still pushing me now. I can't believe I have homework I have to do before I come back to the resort next year.
For me, I think it was just that sunset surf session that we just did, because all the building blocks and the whitewater drills and just the conditions and everything sort of culminated in those last few waves.
So many highlights, you know, even like the first session where it was barely surfable for us, the waves were so big, and then having a breakthrough by Thursday, and then probably the best wave of the week for me Friday tonight.
Now I understand why I was dropping down to the bottom of the wave, and I've been more consistently taking the high line, and more than that, I understand what I was doing wrong and what I need to do to fix it.
You know, after working in the whitewater the first couple of days, that first green wave, you know, that first nice long trim, you know, down the line was a bit liberating.
Catching the green wave and doing some cutbacks, this is all the things we had been talking about and working on and kind of failing at during the week, and it all came together today.
You know, a week of surfing, it's challenging, and the stretching and the massage help you get through it and help you feel better.
At home, I do a lot of stretching so that I'm able to surf and swim and bike and do all the things that I love. Each of the stretching classes is tailor-made to help you with your surfing.
And I think one of the highlights is today's session. It was really a pleasure to get out there and kind of finally feel like you're surfing a wave rather than the wave surfing you.
The other highlight is getting to meet the people that come here to Surf Simply.
I think you have to be of a certain mindset about surfing to want to come here. And so I think you end up with a really like-minded group of people.
But we share this commonality of like just loving surfing. You go through this intense week together where, you know, you're surfing 2 times a day, and by the end of it you have a lot of new friends. It's really wonderful.
But as the days go on and you're having meals with all these folks, it's so enjoyable to meet all these great people with the same goals and expectations of trying to improve their surfing.
It's busy, but I love it. It's like you're going from stretching to awesome food to analyzing surfing and watching videos of yourself and other people to more awesome food.
You eat, you drink, you sleep, surf for a week, and it's just pure heaven. Like if I could, I would spend all my time here.
If you love to surf and you love to really nerd out about surfing and go deep, if you want to like get up in the morning and like eat and live and breathe surfing, this is the best place for you.
Because you have a great time in terms of learning, you have a great time meeting new friends, the food's fantastic, the lodging is great, and the break, it's great.
The food it's incredible. It's healthy, it's aesthetically beautiful, it's delicious, it's prepared with love.
Dennis and Yayo and Luis do an amazing job. I wish I could take them home with me, but I don't think they want to come to Miami. They have it pretty good here.
I eat a lot, so the concern was there might not be enough food. That was not a concern.
We brought a bag of like 12 RX protein bars.
Just in case there
Because
wasn't enough to eat. I haven't touched the
afraid
bag.
Yeah, I think we learned all the skills to like handle almost any wave and be able to go out and surf on our own now or surf other places and have the skills to understand what we need to do and what we need to work on.
The last 2 days were just amazing. We knew, it's like they take the wheels off and suddenly we're off and running, and it was incredible.
It feels like we're moving into a bit of a new frontier here, and that feels like a big progression to be able to start to anticipate and to have some techniques to address things.
And my progression was I started on my stomach on Sunday, and by today I was surfing out the back and I caught waves, and it was great.
This week I was able to put in some of the missing pieces in my tree of knowledge, so to speak, and it's been really, really humbling, but also really, really invigorating.
This is the gourmet surf experience, I'd have to say. It's the 5-star. Save your money and come here. It's well worth the wait and the expense.
Get down here, book your trip.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I think if you have the chance to come here, you gotta make it happen.
Big thank you to Rue and the entire team for an incredible week. It's just the best time ever. So thank you.
That was great. I don't know. I'll be back in June.
Nothing is compared to it. I mean, what you get out of a week here, you cannot get anywhere else.